didn't need to repeat it, but thank you. You are an understated entrepreneur and radio and television personality who must go higher.
Oh Lord, I love it. You know, we have something that's unique around the table, some understated women.
Absolutely.
I have to tell you, before you tell me where you are, I want you to know that we have the Honorable Teresa Moxie Ingram with us. And I just gave Ruby Ann Darling the Honorable and Senator Cheryl Bazard, and we're taking it from a woman's perspective a little bit while we talk to you in North Abaco. I'm sure you're aware that we have 2,324 registered voters are women, so we have more women down there. But give us a perspective and feel of your day-to-day, of the voters, their mood, and where you are right now.
Well, right now I'm at the Central Abaco Primary School, and I believe it's in Murphytown, and we are been here all day. I've been here between here and the high school, which is this is in Dunderstown, and then the high school I think is in Murphytown, and so I've been running between the two of those venues. But let me just say, first of all, that I think you have an excellent panel of very distinguished ladies, Cheryl Bazard and, of course, the Honorable Teresa Moxie Ingram. And so I want to just send a shout-out to them. We're seeing a very positive attitude here on the part of all the voters, and there's the usual jostle between PLPs and FNMs, but it's all in good spirits. I think that, when we celebrate our democracy, we celebrate the very essence and fiber of being Bahamians, and what it is, to really give praise to the voters and to see the full expression of their will, whatever it is. God bless them.
Why is this election so important to both parties?
Well, certainly a number of members of the governing party have expressed a sentiment that they seem to see the seat as a token, seeing something as that they need to win in the same way that the Free National Movement won the South Andros constituency in 1997 after the resignation from Parliament of the former Prime Minister Sir Lyndon Bingley. And so they see it very much in that same tenor, and that has marked a lot of the intensity with which the governing party, it seems, has thrown everything into this contest. In terms of the Free National Movement, we see North Abaco, of course, as being the constituency that was represented by our former leader and former Prime Minister for 35 plus years. When we come in this constituency, we see the enormous improvements that he has made in the quality of life for all of the citizens, and we wish to offer to the citizens of North Abaco the ability, if they wish, to continue to receive the benefit of representation by a member of Parliament from the Free National Movement. As Prime Minister Ingram said to the voters on Saturday night, he encouraged them that in these tough times, it's better to be a big fish in a small pond than a small fish in a big pond. His argument is that, look, if you elect a PLP, he'll be number 30. And you got all them 29 who were there before him who have to be taken care of, whose constituencies have to be taken care of. So Abaco will be last, and Abaco has never been last place for anything.
Are you suggesting that the Prime Minister's offer to Renato Curry to sit around the cabinet table would not have the impact that
I don't think he said Debbie. I don't think he said.
No, he said around the table. I suppose
There's a table that MPs sit around when they have a parliamentary meeting. I think he was talking about that table.
Oh, that table.
He was talking about the cabinet table.
You don't think it's likely that he would be appointed a minister of state or something?
Well, how could you do that? And there are members of Parliament in your ranks who won on the 7th of May, who have not been made minister or minister of state. How can that, is that politically feasible? and some of these are experienced parliamentarians who may have served in the Senate before, etc. So, I mean, there's a political balancing act that every prime minister has to go through, and it does not appear, I mean, to my perhaps jaundiced view, it does not appear to me to be a feasible proposition that the last should be first in that pecking order. And so, you know, I think the Prime Minister is speaking more generally about the table of MPs than as opposed to the cabinet table. I mean, I could be wrong, but I do not think that that is what he reasonably would have meant.
Can it also be argued, though, that if the people were to choose the Free National Movement, well, you know, will you, as opposed to being a member of Parliament, the governing party, that the odds against having more done for you is even greater, or do you believe what the Prime Minister and cabinet ministers are saying, that, well, you know, they're going to govern for the people in spite of the political affiliation?
Well, you know, both Prime Minister Ingram and a number of our other speakers have been at pains to remind Abaconians that on the floor of the House of Assembly, senior ministers of the PLP, and in particular, I believe that the Member of Parliament from Michael, the Honourable V. Alfred Gray, said Abaco don't get enough. Abaco got up, and he was saying that when his party leader and Prime Minister was detailing what he proposed to do for Abaco. So, you know, if there's a sentiment in senior ranks of the PLP that Abaco has had enough and gotten enough, I'm not sure that Abaco can reasonably expect in this dispensation, no matter what North Abaco does, that they are going to be at the front of the queue. And, you know, we're not dealing with ordinary times. I think the PLP, when they were in opposition, campaigned that there was such terrible management and all this sort of stuff. But once they got in office, the reality is that the economy of the Bahamas, no matter what the politics was before May 7th, is conditioned by the world's economic conditions, and in particular, the economic conditions out of the United States. And it's all well and good to announce plans and have plans for this, that, or the other, but those same foreign investors have to go to banks in the U.S. that aren't lending money, or have to try and sell lots and houses and condominiums to investors in the United States who are having problems paying their home mortgages, much less for some property in a foreign country, the Bahamas. So a lot of the, you know, there's been a great effort on the part of the government party to vilify and subject to the most egregious scrutiny the life, the legacy, and the efforts at self-improvement of our candidate, Greg Gomez. I don't think there is any candidate who could have borne the kind of negative scrutiny that was inflicted on him. Been holding his head up,